Ready, hey! Ready, hey! Ready, hey! Order! Ah! Hurry! Fast!
I remember someone describing the scene down there as obscene, which I thought summed it up. But after the first 24 hours, it became glaringly apparent that there would be few survivors. I recall initially hearing that we had lost 50 firefighters at the collapse. I could not fathom that many firefighters being killed at one time. But the news only got worse. Eventually word came out that we lost 343 firefighters. The ensuing days and weeks were a tedium of working at the collapse site, going to funerals, and attending to the families of those we lost, working in the firehouse, and trying to keep it together with our own lives and families. The term ground zero was a media or Hollywood term. You never heard a New York City firefighter refer to the area as ground zero. New Yorkers are much more direct. It was simply referred to as the pile. You would hear statements like, "I saw Tommy down at the pile," or "Are you working at the pile tonight?" But it wasn't a pile in a conventional sense. It was said with a certain reverence, like referring to the mountain in a biblical setting. For in fact, the pile was a sacred place, and is to this day with the erection of the 9/11 memorial. But for all the tragedy that took place on that day, and the sorrow that followed in its wake, I saw much good emerge and love expressed. The day of the attack and days later, myself and my fellow firefighters would greet each other with an honest-to-goodness heartfelt hug and say it's good to see you, and mean it. Our friends and family gathered around us and provided comfort when they could, and left us alone when we needed to be alone. The crime statistics and calls for police and fire dropped off considerably. It was almost as if everyone realized there are people dealing with bigger problems than mine, and it's not all about me. The outpouring of support from the rest of the nation to New York City, especially to the FDNY, was beyond belief. People came to volunteer to cook in the several messing areas that were set up during the rescue and recovery efforts. People sent cards and letters expressing their unity and support for us. Clothing was donated, food was donated, you name it, it came from the people. And it was not just our fellow Americans. Firefighters from France, Canada, Mexico, and many other countries responded to New York City to volunteer their services. I was constantly amazed at people's sense of caring and giving those dark months. We go about our varied lives. Sometimes we don't get along. we argue. But at the end of the day, when the chips are down, regardless of age, race, political belief, all the things that we pride ourselves on as individuals, we can all unite and stand together in a common cause. By and large, we do have common respect for each other in this country and are tolerant of those that are different. I guess my takeaway from those events are similar to what our nation is. There is far more good than bad in this nation and in the world for that matter. It is what we choose to focus on. The fact that all you good people have come out on this day to remember those who perished 15 years ago is a shining example of the overall good of our country. Thank you all, and God bless you.